So we're gonna get this motor pulled out. We gotta get the fluids drained first, and then get the radiator out, intake manifold off, intake or air intake and all that, and then we can start unbolting it from the transmission. Get it? All right. So now we gotta get the oil out. So we got our 17. There it is. Another thing I noticed while I'm down here, these fucking heads are single port exhaust. So now I gotta find dual port heads. Oh well, we'll go to the wrecking yard tomorrow or hit Marketplace or something. It'll be all right. But also, just to make things even worse, the motor or the block that we're putting the heads on is from a 2012. So it's got the motor mount in the front, which means it's got a completely different, damn. So the block we're putting it on has different motor mounts. It's 2012, so it's got the different oil pan. Yeah. Oh, fuck it, I'll make it work. Got this 10 at the dollar store probably like 15 years ago. It's one of my favorite tools ever. They don't sell useful stuff like that anymore though. Alright, let's get the coolant out of this. Yeah, sure. Let that drain. Like there should be more transmission fluid leaking out than that. That looks like a problem. Got the transmission lines disconnected. They're still leaking slowly. These fans up front. Drain valve is in the way. That fucking sucks. Voila. Best dollar I've ever spent. This thing's been amazing. Take it off in one piece. Don't worry about this. Alright, now we start taking apart the intake manifold. Get that out of the way. Well, let's get these out of the way first. Speed these boring parts up. Put that back on there so I don't lose it. Lost it before. Belt off to the side. I got a box so I can put all these parts in. Always good to put them back where you got them, just so you don't lose them. Perfect. All right, what next? We're gonna extension. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to put gloves on, but whatever. Better late than never, right? Oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't even know. Jeez. I'm trying to get good angles and there's no good angle. What the hell? Let's get this power steering pump off. Nope. Forgot about this, buddy. Gotta unbolt this from the alternator bracket. Come on, get out of there. Right, there we go. Okay. Got trusty tins. Take that out. Dude, I love this fucking 10 wrench. It's been my favorite for like the last couple of years. Put these back in there so I don't lose them. Disconnect. disconnect the sensor. We're just gonna lean that right over there. Just hang it over the side. All right, now we're gonna go to AC. The AC's 14s, I believe. I can just take this thing off. Take the alternator out. Put it off to the side. Shit, still didn't get that box. Okay. This manifold's super low, so I'm not gonna try and fit that on there. Just probably get a wrench. I'm gonna get a wrench because this right here is super low. I can't get a ratchet on it, so I'm gonna get a wrench. Got a wrench for it. These ratcheting wrenches are the shit. I remember I used to do motor swaps with like a basic 140 piece tool set, and they counted drill bits, or not drill bits, but like the screwdriver bits and the Allen key. They counted all that shit separately. But yeah, we used to do motor swaps with basic tools, no ratcheting anything, no power anything. These cordless torque wrenches now are ridiculous, but I love them. Haven't used one yet on this, but I'm sure the time will come. Actually, I could probably use one for this intake manifold. Is there another one? Oh, yep, there it is. It's hidden. Jesus, that's a long one. More? No. Oh, yeah, god damn it. There's another one. Itty bitty extension for it. But it's a long bolt that mounts the AC bracket to the block. A lot of pine needles on this block. fucking kidding me? I might need to whack it. Oh, there's one hidden back there. God damn it. Alright, let's get this intake manifold out of the way. Son of a bitch. Just 4 12mm bolts per side. Once we get them undone, then we start undoing the harness. Make sure everything comes up with it. So that's going to go with the intake manifold. Unplug that. Unplug that little buddy. Let's get these fuel lines taken off. That shit's gonna spray me with gas, I already know it. It's always good to keep track of where they go. There's a top, middle, and bottom. Top goes to the fuel filter, and the middle goes, oops, there we go. Shit out of the way. Jeez. There it is. Middle's right here. And this damn thing. Bend that down to get to this one. Yep, there we go. Slide that shit back. Boom. And kind of put them, it kind of looks like, just remember the one with the clamp goes on the bottom. The one coming from the filter goes to the top, and this other random one goes there. Alright, what else we got? We should probably take this cable off. I have to go get a wrench. Alright, we got a 12. I'm gonna back this shit off. Oops, sorry, my hand's in the way. Back this first nut off. And just kind of should slide right out. Should slide right out. Oh, never mind. I gotta get this one down here. The skinny part makes it slide right out. There it is. Slid right out. You get this. Take this, put it up here out of the way, and take this clamp off. I feel like I need to change the position of this fucking camera. It would be nice if I had a clamp that would go to the, someone should make a clamp that makes it clamp to the hood. That'd be badass. Alright. Slide this wiring harness out of the way. Slide it underneath that AC hose. Just put it up over there. Take these out. You know what? We need to take this. Let's take this damn thing out. Gives you more room. More room to see what the hell you're doing. Spark plug. Spark plug's out. Here. Put that right there. Should be a better view. Okay. That one. That's going with that. Get it out of the way. There's a knock sensor plug back here. You gotta undo. Some of the plugs get stuck. These engines get super hot. All the heat cycles and everything, they just get kind of stuck. Well, I'll worry about that in a second. Okay. There. Okay. So now we'll take these four keys up for the intake. Work on this side since the camera's over here. What do you gotta do? Okay. You gotta disconnect these hoses that are coming from the heater hose, or the heater core coolant hoses that go to the back. It's just a shit angle. How can I get a better angle than that? I need some meta glasses. Be dope. Okay, hold on. Let's figure this shit out. Whoa. Man down. Right there. You see right there? Nope. Not really. God damn it. Okay. These are here the hoses we're working on. We got to get this one off and this one right here off. And then we'll probably get these grounds off. Ground, and then we'll undo the wire for the starter back here. But here, let's do this side while you can. Yeah, I'm gonna get these 14s out. Oops, looks like I got power steering fluid dripping down. Well, I'll be all right. Call them a 14 again. God damn it. They're not 14s, they're 12s. Yeah. That's why I never actually wear gloves, because they just rip. As soon as I start working on something, they'll just rip. Yeah, perfect. Okay, then we have this right here. We'll unplug this vacuum line. Brittle as shit. That works. You gotta unplug these. Gotta unplug these big connectors back here. Okay. Those, got those. I need to take there's a little tab on the back. Kind of push it and slide it out of that bracket. Push the tab in the back up and slide the connector back. Let's see, these right here. Okay, let's get disconnecting the rest of this shit. Oh yeah, back to those. ones down here you can't see. Well, coolant coming out. I have to remember to get a bunch of clamps when I put this back together. These are shit. That's not good. Alright. So there's those two lines that got taken off. Now I gotta get that ground off and get back there to that power and the signal to the starter. And it's looking like I could probably pull it off. Oh, I still gotta take these bolts out, but they're like loose. I usually like to keep them all together, but today was just kind of weird. Not that long. Okay, the long one. Basically, I just gotta make sure it's all the way unthreaded. Because then when you lift the intake manifold off, it'll just come out. Okay. What is in the way now? Oh, I think there's like a coolant line. There's a coolant line underneath that coming from that coolant crossover pipe. And honestly, I think that's it. Alright, so I'm gonna put the camera back up. So I'm trying to get it from the side so that that's a good angle. Nope, I'm probably blocking it with my damn hand. Oh well. Oh well. Just gotta squeeze the clamp and move it down so it's no longer holding on that damn nipple. bitch to get to. So pull down, push down with the screwdriver at the same time. There it is. This one right here. Reposition the camera so that I just realized that shit was in cinematic. I'm not trying to be all cinematic. Anyways, we're gonna break this crank pulley bolt loose, and then I'm gonna go around and get all the bolts on the that are keeping it against the transmission, and then oh shit, I didn't get that ground off or the starter. Oh well, I'll get that off when I get the transmission bolts off, because that actually makes more sense. Alright, so now what we do, we got a 22, we got to break this, oh motherfucker, son of a bitch. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can put it in drive or something. The car actually smells like, yeah. Anyways, I put it in drive, which, I don't know. These automatics aren't the same as like a manual would be. So, I got this. There it is. This chain strap. And you just put it around it, put pressure that way, pop that bitch that way, and you're good to go. But anyways, this car stinks. And like, it smells like the Marlboro Man's dick. I'm just gonna open the doors while I'm working on it, just to keep it airing out. Here, feels like feels bigger than a 12. Nope. It is not bigger than a 12. Damn bee. Why should a fucking bee? A wasp nest in this damn thing. I'm sure there is. Get away from me, bee. Motherfucker. So, might have to go to the wrecking yard tomorrow to get new heads, because these heads are single port. So, anyways, the motor's a 2.2. We were gonna just swap a 2.5 block. Ended up the block So anyways, I might be going to wrecking yard tomorrow to get, or to look for new heads, because these heads will not work with the headers that I bought. What's the point of building a Subaru if you can't have unequal length headers? So this motor is a 2.2, it's EJ22, it's a 98. So the plan was just to find a 2.5 and just swap the heads onto it. But the motor that my son found and bought is out of it's like a 2011 or 2012. So it's got the motor mount in the front, which, you know, that sucks. But at the same time, like, I've swapped an older EJ25 or 253 into a one that needed the motor mount in the front. All I had to do was like drill and tap some holes and all that. Like, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but at the same time, like, paid $250 for the motor. And the guy said it's got 74,000 miles on it. If that's true, then it's a good deal. But who knows? You could put it in and it'll be knocking. Gotta love Marketplace. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, so we're gonna make the 2012 motor work with a 98 car. We're just gonna swap all the things that the ECU sees, all the timing components. It's just gonna be the bare block, and we're gonna swap everything onto it. So it'll work. Pretty sure. If not, whatever. We'll find something else. Alright, we gotta get this shit off. Still haven't found a box to put these parts in, but I guess it's whatever at this point. I was trying to remember where they go. I feel like I've taken apart enough of these things to remember, but you'll be surprised. Let's start taking. So now we're gonna take the starter off. It's a 14 mil. It's a long one, but it's also got this ground tab for the battery. We'll set that off to the side. These ones look like a bitch to get to. Let's see if I can get some more room to get these out of the way. Not much. What is that? Okay. There it is. Try and get all the ones up here, and then we'll have to go under. Some are kind of a pain to get to. Not gonna lie, kind of a pain. Really, most of them are kind of a pain. free. Why was this motherfucker coming off? Doesn't make any sense. This motherfucker. Perfect. Okay. 12. No, these are 14. The driver's side's kind of a pain in the ass because you have like all these hoses and wires and shit in the way. Sure, there's got to be an easier way to do it. Crack it, of course. No, I can't even get that one around it. Jeez. Motherfucker. Alright, let's go to the other side. We'll leave that one for later. Alright. So we got a couple of these are stuck to this one. It's like a little mount. I'll go back to that one. See, forgot to put gloves back on. Damn it. Never fails. I wonder if I should probably do the torque converter bolts before I get this all unbolted, huh? Alright, after this one I'll start with the torque converter bolts. I think it's like 12 mils. But you want to use a 6.12 mil so you don't round them off. If you round them off, it's a bitch. It's not a good day. Actually, who knows how many days it won't be good. But I'm sure it's more than one. So then you gotta figure out how to get that fucker off. Alright. Almost got this one done. Oh, fuck, it just stopped turning. go find my 6. All right, found a 6.12. I don't know why. No, I know why it's so hard. It's hard for me to find metric tools lately because I've been working on this old Chevy that's all standard. So it's like all my standard tools are like out on the bench. Metric ones are who knows where. I'm gonna put these torque converter bolts together so I don't fuck up and lose them. Okay, it's already broken loose, so I can kind of retighten it and it'll untighten, if that makes any sense. In my head it makes sense, but honestly, who knows. This motor's dirty. Feels weird out here talking to myself. First video I'm making. Usually if I'm talking to myself, I'm just cussing out here. But whatever. Uh-oh. You want to make sure you're straight on with it, so you don't strip it, because that would be that bad day I was talking about. Dang. That was it. I feel like there was supposed to be 5. That was 4. Yep. Well, guess that's it. Alright, I'm gonna call it for the day. I gotta go inside, make dinner. But tomorrow I'll probably end up pulling it out. But tomorrow will probably only be like 2 seconds to you guys. So no big deal. Went to the wrecking yard today. I was able to get two heads. Valve cover and timing cover. Alright, so got the heads at the wrecking yard. They're kind of dirty. So what we're gonna do is get them all cleaned up. Spray some degreaser on them. Plugged up the spark plug holes and the intake holes so that you don't get water in them. But yeah, gonna spray them down with some degreaser. See if we can get them cleaned up. All right, so we got some oven cleaner, some degreaser. Sometimes I just use engine cleaner. Sometimes I just use oven cleaner. Even the stuff from the dollar store works really good. Jeez. Jeez, this is almost out too. All right, we're gonna let it sit for a little bit. We'll spray it off and see what it looks like. All right, so I waited about 10 minutes and then hosed them off. They are significantly cleaner than they were. They were like covered in oil. It looks so much better. Oh. All right, so Romero showed up. Kind of forgot to push record, so we took some bolts out of the motor. We got all the back ones off that connected to the transmission, and got the motor mount bolts out, and then put a chain on it. So we're gonna hook up the. What the hell? How can you not see my? Okay. That was fucking weird. Anyways, we got a chain on it. Got the engine hoist. About to pull it out. So that wasn't too bad. I felt like it was like, what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's out, which is pretty crazy. Usually they take a while of wrestling and shit because it's hasn't been out of the car in 30 years.
Yeah, don't do what I did, and I almost got the torque converter out. Just did a delete on that.
Torque converter delete is what it is. Weight reduction. So now we're gonna put it on the engine stand and then start taking it apart. So this is where we're at now. Got the motor pulled, had it on the engine stand, got the oil pan pulled off. We have the 2012 253 on the engine stand now. We're gonna get the oil pan onto that one, but I feel like this is gonna be the end of this episode, so I will start the other ones probably later today. All I know is I gotta go golfing or something, take a break. But yeah, next time I'm gonna get the new motor all dressed up with all the stuff that's supposed to be on there from the, I don't know, it'll work. It's good, right? It'll work.